take home one of the ticket trips from here? I don't know. I was thinking. Yeah, you're right. Right up. You know, I have never been to New York. Have you?
Furthest I've ever been is New York.
Oh, do you think it would be nice?
Water?
A shot of the Celtics earlier, coming down the tunnel. They're not messing around. They're ready to get to work here at home. Hi, everyone. What a great night for some hoops. With a little more on the line, it's the NBA Cup, and it's in full swing. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the 76ers. They're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record. And, of course, there's the Celtics, 6 games behind.
Checking out Philadelphia, many of us experts earmarked them as favorites this season. And you know what? They have not disappointed thus far.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
And recently, MP has let it be known that he's aiming to outdo all of his conference peers this season and secure his spot as an all-star starter.
And so far, he's backing up his talk. You'd be hard-pressed to find a player at his position who's meant more to his team than MP. If he keeps playing at this level, I can't imagine he won't be in the starting 5 on All-Star Weekend.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. We've got George. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. And now let's check in with Allie to see what she has on MP for us. Take it away, Allie.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about tonight's all-star caliber duel in the front court. MP isn't too concerned with it, telling me my main focus is on picking up the win. I'll go out there and do what I got to do to make that happen. MP clearly not intimidated, guys.
All right, Allie, good stuff. Yes, we'll be monitoring that battle for sure. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
That won't go either for Tatum.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And they pick up 2. The Generals got 5 now.
And he's such a unique talent at both ends. Embiid with the vision that time.
Pass to Pritchard. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Here's Grimes. Here's the general. 4-3. It's hauled in by Exum. The Celtics have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Tatum. Oh, he just slams it over Paul George.
Wow, what a slam. Tatum not messing around right there.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Pass to Grimes. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. The general passes to Embiid. Good D by Porzingis.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Considered one of the best players in the game right now, Tatum is hungry to win titles to add to his growing legacy.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's Brown. Comes up empty down low. The Sixers lead by 4. Schroeder passes to the general. Here's McCain. 1:11 left in the first quarter. And the general gets it to go. The general's got 10.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cadis checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Hauser comes in for Tatum. Green's checked in for Exum. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. Now here's Holiday. Down low. Here's Hauser. Blocked! Here's the general. And he bangs it home with one hand.
You know, one thing about Maxey is that he always is looking for an outlet.
Celtics trail by 8. Brown scanning the floor. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to the general. Jacks up a 3. Fires in the triple. 15 points in the game.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Now here's Holiday. 6 to shoot. Now here's Brown. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. And if you're just tuning Boston with some changes. Porzingis has checked in for Queta, and Pritchard is subbed in for Green. Boston on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Tyrese Maxey, and it's McCain in at the shooting guard position.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the general their last time out against the Thunder was outstanding. He added 43 points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did. And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Pass to the general. Inside, here's Grimes. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the 76ers lead by 6. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. Here's Hauser. Back to Pritchard. Porzingis with a screen on Maxey. Here's Pritchard. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Pritchard's got his first points of the night.
With the utmost belief in his game, he's able to beat opponents in a number of ways.
A nice shot by Grimes.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Celtics trail by 6. Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. On the wing, Holiday. Yet to see a basket. And it's Tatum missing. Philadelphia's gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Throws it up high. Throw it down on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Porzingis with a screen on Maxey. Pritchard drains the triple. Pritchard's got 5.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday. Fearsome at that end of the floor in particular. Yeah,
Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
The general, no good.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Hauser, that's good.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Here's the general. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. The general's got 20.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Maxey with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively.
You know, you have to love how strong Maxey takes it inside. Feels like he can beat everyone to the cup.
Celtics trail by 7. Pritchard, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Pritchard. Tatum with a screen. There's the triple. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
To the inside. Pass to Grimes. Here's the general. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside Tatum. To the paint. It's stolen. From deep three-point land. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 4. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap.
You look at the Celtics. They're right where I expected them to be. The effort is there, but their play is inconsistent. Feels like they're still constructing this roster.
Now moving on to the Boston Celtics and the close first half they played.
Their perimeter D's been weaker than airport toilet paper. And trust me, I know.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Dante Exum, and it's Porzingis in at the 5. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Porzingis with a screen on George. And here's Brown for 3. Joel Embiid with the board. Philadelphia leading by 6. Pass to George. Here's the general. Give him 20. And he lobs it up top. It's stolen by Tatum. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Here's the general. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Philadelphia shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And the free throw, no good. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 8. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. And they'll be reaching the back half of a 4-game home stretch.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
Here's the general. Sinks the tray. The Generals got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer. Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Celtics trail by 10. Pass to Pritchard. Now Exum. Outside Tatum. Here's the 3. And the Celtics another 3.
Solid from 3. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
Maxey passes to the general. Embiid, a screen on Tatum. Here's the general. Embiid tips it back in. And the 76ers lead by 9.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
So it's Boston now. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Here's Tatum. Got a hand on it. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. And there's the screen. To the middle. Here's Pritchard. Maxey covering. There's Tatum with the 3. Tatum with another miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Grimes, the pass to the general. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. 5 to shoot. Yes. and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Embiid's got 3 assists tonight.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad.
Some changes for Boston. Tatus checked in for Porzingis. Hauser comes in for Tatum. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Exum. There's a minute 17 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Holiday. Pass to Hauser from deep. Boston again missing. Philadelphia leading by 13. George passes to the general. From down low. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. The Generals got 11 in the second half.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Here's Brown. Boston, no good that time either.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. McCain's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
27 seconds left in the third. Here's Pritchard. And miss after miss right now.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Won't see them miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Sixers ahead, up by 50. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. We've got Edwards, and it's the General in at the 4. Drops in the 3. The General's got 34.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
Tatum passes to Holiday. Outside, Green. Back to Holiday. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. And it's Tatum missing.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
There's the drive to the paint. Pass to the General. Out to the wing. To the inside. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Tatum. We've played just over a minute here in the fourth. Hauser passes to Green. Fires from deep. Philadelphia grabs the miss. The Generals got rebound number 5 here tonight. And that one's good. The Generals got 5 points now in the quarter. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
The Sixers lead by 20. Tipped. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And he stays with it. Here's Yabusele. Inside. Here's the General. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Going with almost an entirely new group here. Porzingis is checked in for Queta. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. Exum's checked in for Green. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. Outside, Brown to end the drought. Gets the three to fall.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
Philadelphia leading by 19. George outside, pass to the general. Here's Maxey. Here's the general. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Outside, Brown lets a three fly. It's rebounded by George.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Pass to the general. A minute 39 left to play in the fourth quarter. And he lobs it up, and then Embiid with the dunk.
And just a huge exclamation point on that finish. Embiid never turns down an opportunity to intimidate the opponent.
Boston has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Exum passes to Brown. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The stars played more early on. We also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
Don't expect Porzingis to back off inside. He's ready for that physicality.
First free throw is good. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. And he makes the first but misses the second.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that in this free throw when it's all said and done.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the 76ers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for the General.
Well, the defense he played is what jumps out to me. Did a fantastic job to bother shooters, and he's got the blocks to show for it.
Schroeder passes to the General. Tatum pulls it in. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. Here's Exum. Buries it from 3.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
Here's the General to the right side. Puts up a 3. The rebound, Celtics. So it's It's the 76ers winning this one easily. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
And that'll do it, folks. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everybody.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
All right, MP, you ready? Ain't ready, MP.
Objects in motion, stay in motion. As long as the
Please text the word 76 along with your receipt, seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately.
Hi, everyone. We got the second game of the NBA Cup group stage. Taking a look at Philadelphia. And their NBA Cup run started with a victory. These home fans hoping to see them not just second win in the group portion.
And that's because they're in very good shape if they can take this one. You normally have to win 3 games to advance, so a 2-0 start would be huge.
And now, checking out how Brooklyn is doing. After losing the first game of this group play, you get the sense this team knows what they're up against.
Oh, no question. The message in the locker room should be relatively simple. Leave everything you have out there on the floor.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Johnson is out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Thomas in at small forward. Now here's Thomas. We saw him with 29 points last game. 2 points, that one goes.
That's agility and touch. Cam Thomas gets that to fall inside.
Here's the General, covered by Johnson. The General can't get it to go. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. And you talk about complementary pieces, Doris. Cam Johnson could fit on any team in the NBA.
And that is because, Kevin, he has got one of the most valuable skills in the game today. That's range shooting. He's got size and a quick release, and he just continues to grow on the defensive end.
Embiid with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And Embiid gets it to go.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Giddey kicks to Johnson. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Was shot missing.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity. Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Pass to Claxton. Giddy with it. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, it looked like the defense was perfectly positioned. Outstanding contest. And Josh Giddey says, I don't care. I'm scoring anyway.
George with the screen on Johnson. Tarlock misses the deep three-point attempt.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
So both teams making some changes here.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Johnson with it. His last outing, 16 points for him. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Now here's Giddy. Right now, checking his stats, he is averaging over 23 points a game. Outside Thomas. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Just a tremendous run right now for him. 12 straight wins.
You have to give a ton of credit to not only the coaching staff for having their group prepared to play nightly, but also a ton of credit to these players who have been solid with their rotations, who've been committed to both ends of the floor. Their depth has been apparent. This is a formidable team right now.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
For the 76ers, the last game, a win against the Boston Celtics. Pass to Giddy. Johnson up top. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. With the teardrop. Doesn't go that time. George with the defensive effort. Here's the general. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Embiid. He gets it in there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Pass to Giddy. Back to Johnson. Oh, Giddy in position. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The general passes to Embiid, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Maxey against Giddy. Boucher sets a screen for Giddy. Pass to Boucher. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And so it's Philadelphia in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive
changes here for the 76ers. The general is checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Edwards. And the Nets making a change here. Giddy, the pass to Boucher. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The 76ers leading by 16. And with an update from the sideline. Let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the General, in his last time out against Boston, put on a show. He ended up with 43 points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that end. And those are big numbers he put up. It's hard to match, but he'll be aiming high again tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Turlock. Hits the three-point bomb. The General's got his third basket of the night right there.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
It's good. Maxi's got 13 points now in the quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Pass to Clowney. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. And again, it's the Nets missing.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Whitehead. That one drops for him. Whitehead's got 5 points so far.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Maxey passes to the General. Embiid with the screen on Boucher. Popped up there for Embiid. Pass to McCain. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the three. His fourth miss of the game. He's made 3. Nets trail by 18. To the paint. To the wing on the left. For 3. Boucher's shot is off. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
And the 76ers making a change here. George is checked in. On the wing, Johnson. No scoring in this one. Pass to Johnson. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The General's got 5 rebounds tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yep, that one goes.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Philadelphia ahead, ending the second quarter on a 20-6 run. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Well,
these young fellas have been hot. Usually, I'd say it's too soon to tell much, but right now, they're balling.
The talent on display is undeniable.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the 76ers.
Seems like
that'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
They've got the general. Also, George out there. Tyrese Maxey out there with Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard spot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Johnson, the pass to Johnson. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
For the finish, and Johnson with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Turlock. Off target from outside. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
And Giddey gets it to go.
You have to be excited about Josh Giddey. This guy knows when to shoot off the catch.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, the General.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
And it's George finishing it off.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Giddey, the pass to Thomas. Back to Giddey. Over Maxey. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, you get a sense of why people are so excited about the well-rounded game of Josh Giddey. Good from the mid-range there.
Pass to the general. Lob pass to George. He's off on that one.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And if you allow Giddey to get in rhythm, he is more than capable of knocking it down.
Here's Grimes. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Turlock. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. The General's got 16 points.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Brooklyn. Philadelphia leading by 19. Here's Turlock. His 3-pointers off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Thomas has it in the corner. over Maxey. Thomas, that's good.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. He was all alone on that one. The Generals got 9 points now in just the second half. Nets trail by 20. Johnson surveying the floor. Johnson outside. Pass to Thomas. Fires the three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And here's George. Here's Tarlock. A three-pointer off the mark. Outside Thomas. On the wing, Johnson. Defended by George. Back to Johnson. From the arc. That one doesn't go. And so it's Philadelphia controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Martin is out there with Whitehead. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Cornette in at the center position. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
But they've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Martin up top, down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Clowney. Puts it up. Off the left rim and out.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And, Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come, but it is definitely getting younger.
Outside, Martin. Pass to Clowney. Fires away from way outside. And McCain pulls it down. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Schroeder's checked in, and a change for the Nets. Josh Giddey's checked in for Martin. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
They need this, and Cornette gets it to go.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
He lobs it up. Boucher with the steal. Pushing it up. Here's Clowney over Edwards, and Clowney can't get it to go. to McCain. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Giddey. We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds. Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of, yes, they'll officiate in the playoffs, or no, they won't. We are right where we need to be.
Pass to Cornette. Now Giddey with the shot. Gets an open look and hits. Giddey's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, you call for a screen, you find the window, and you execute in pick and roll action. That is Josh Giddey at his best.
Remaining in the game, 2 minutes.
Here's Clowney. Edwards defending.
Clearly a foul.
Edwards. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. Andre Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Luke Cornette. Johnson comes in for Chris Boucher. And Thomas subbed in for Whitehead. Here's Tarlock. Here he goes. And the layup is good. The Generals has got 10 points in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Clowney. That misses off the backboard.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Philadelphia.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the General.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Here's Tarlock. Hands it from downtown. The Generals got 32 points.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Claxton with the steal. Thomas against Edwards. Johnson outside. Three-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
Well, you have got to be impressed with Josh Giddey's awareness of where his teammates are at all times.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lobbed up there for Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Giddey the pass to Thomas. From outside, off the mark. Here's the General. There's the lob to the hoop. And Edwards with the stuff.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Yo, MP, let's go.
That's a joke in itself.
What is?
You did it at the jack. The last check you picked up was your answer.
Hottest team in the land coming through.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now let's take a look at the Kings' opening lineup. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's LaRavia in at the 3 spot. Now here's Monk. Pass to Murray. Takes a 13-footer, and he drops that one in.
Yeah, good work from the mid-range. This is why you let Murray do his thing from there.
There's the screen. Here's the general, coming off a terrific game against Brooklyn. Here's George. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Here's LaRavia. George defending. And it's LaRavia missing. And here are the 76ers. And this is a very difficult team to beat right now. 13 straight wins.
It's been impressive, and the question now really is, who is going to figure out a way to stop this crew? Each time out, they're finding new ways to win. That is dangerous for your opponent. Really, a myriad of ways in which they're coming at you.
And you look at the Kings, Brett. They've had several name changes over the years of their franchise.
Yeah, before becoming the Sacramento Kings, they were the Rochester Royals, and then the Cincinnati Royals, and then the Kansas City Kings, and then all of a sudden, let's get to the West Coast, and here comes the state capital of Sacramento. It's not really affected the winning, though, has it, B.A.?
And here are the Sixers now, after the Kings picked up a basket a moment ago. And placed out, so whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Pass to Ellis. Murray looking around. Sabonis against Embiid. Sabonis, the pass to Ellis. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey. Sacramento shooting their initial free throws of the game here. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
The general, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Ellis passes to Murray. Six on the shot clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. And another miss by Sacramento. The 76ers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, the general of their last time out against the Nets put on a show. He tallied 32 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him.
Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Outside Monk. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Filipowski. Monk with it. And he jams it home with authority.
That's what you want from Monk. If you don't have it, just make the next easy pass.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for the 76ers. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Sacramento this season.
Last year, they made easy work of this club, sweeping the 2-game season series.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
Here's Monk. Rebound by Philadelphia. Here's the General. And he makes it. The General's got 10 points in the game.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Monk passes to Filipowski. Monk with it. He's scoreless. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Monk. The 3-ball. Knocks down the triple.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Sixers on top, leading by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Lauri Markkanen. Andre Drummond is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's the General in at the 4. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Drummond with the screen. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Pass to the General. Takes the 3. No good. Kings trail by 3. Here's Jones. No luck on that one. Some solid defense from Markkanen. So it's Philadelphia now. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
A big difference in that one. Their ability to convert from range. By and large, they took some really good shots.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
And the Kings shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. Driving inside. Here's Peterson. Ooh, rejected by Drummond.
And how about the swat? Great timing as Drummond uses his height, gets up there and throws that one away.
All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, can have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Philadelphia leading by 5. To the wing, right side. Here's the General. Sends it home from three-point land. The General's got 13 now.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
And we just got Shams Charania on the line. Shams, I understand there's some big NBA news. Can you fill us in?
Thank you, B.A. Still early in the season, but the 76ers aren't wasting any time on personnel changes. They scooped up Lauri Markkanen. He's going to be a significant perimeter threat for this team. His career has accelerated through his 20s, and so has that confidence in shooting from range and playing all over the floor. And combine that with his size and rebounding, it's easy to see how big of an asset he'll be for this new coaching staff.
Shams, thank you. Always some intriguing news breaking in the NBA. Pass to Sabonis. Outside Murray. Pick by Sabonis. Takes a 3. Murray, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Peterson. Pass to Murray. Rebound by the 76ers. The General passes to Grimes. Outside Maxey. Here's the General. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Left side Jones. Here's Peterson. Down low. Here's Filipowski. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Filipowski's gotten 4 this quarter. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of this one. And the General gets it to go.
They're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
To the left wing. Here's Ellis. Maxey covering. Ellis passes to Sabonis. Fires for 3. The rebound by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 7. Pass to the General. Back to George. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Here's Ellis. Here's Sabonis. And that's not going to go. And that concludes the first half. Philadelphia on top, leading by 9. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. They're thinking about the shot.
Hey everybody, nothing like a little trade news to perk up your day. We'll take a look first at some transactions around the NBA.
An intriguing move for them. Landing Markkanen. Man, he'll help that space that they create on the floor. He'll open up the offense, and he could be a nice piece that they could keep for a long time.
Yeah, he's certainly grown since he came into the league. Teams have to guard him. And I'll tell you one thing about Markkanen, Kenny.
What's that?
He can finish. You get it? He's from Finland.
Oh, Finland.
And he can finish.
That was deep.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the 76ers.
They're getting good looks from range. That's been the key.
But they also hit a bunch of contested threes, playing with great confidence. You could see the lead snowballing in the second half.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Kings trail by 9. Taking a look at the Kings. The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Ellis in at the point. Pass to Monk. Launches a three. On target from range. Monk's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, if you allow Monk to get good looks, especially from distance, he's going to make you pay.
Maxey passes to the general. They set the screen from behind the arc. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Arabia. Embiid covers. Here's Arabia. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Here's Murray. The General pulls it in. The General's got 5 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Here's Embiid. Tries again. Oh, Embiid imposing his will.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
Ellis passes to Arabia. The three. Rebound by the 76ers.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
To the paint. Here's Murray. Rebound by Philadelphia. The Generals got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
The control and focus from Embiid, able to absorb hits from the defense and still finish.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Sabonis outside. Pass to Ellis. Back to Monk.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
First team foul. Shooting for Sacramento, Malik Monk. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Monk. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this. And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Pass to Sabonis. And here's Monk. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from the wing. That one falls. Monk's got 6 in the quarter.
Sweet-looking Jay. When Monk's shooting it with confidence, he's a real weapon.
Embiid passes to the General. From downtown. Rebound by the Kings.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Pass to Sabonis. Here's Ellis. Picked by Sabonis. From the arc. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ooh, poked away. Going inside.
You know, one thing about Maxey is that he always is looking for an outlet.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Chance here to check out some stats for Sabonis.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
Outside Jones. Pass to Monk. Now Valanciunas. Back to Monk. Shoots over Maxey. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Monk's got 11.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
McCain's shot is off. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. A 12-point game. Pass to Valanciunas. There's 42 seconds left in the third. Banked it in off the glass. Valanciunas has got his first 2 points of the night.
Valanciunas is one of the bigger men in the league, and he loves to live in the paint.
Maxey passes to the General. Sinks it from distance. The General's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling. And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. No good with the triple. Outside Monk. Filipowski for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Philadelphia in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
He's going with a whole new group out there. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's the General. The Sixers with another miss. Kings trail by 8. They've got Andre Drummond, George out there with Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Murray, no good.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
To the middle. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Outside Maxey. There's the 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Inside. Back to Monk. And there's a pick. Pass to Sabonis. Clock at 6. "18 feet out. The General pulls it in.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
It's George on the wing. Here's the general for three. Kept alive. Maxey passes to the general. Pass to Grimes. Three-pointer. Nails it from three. And the 76ers lead by 14.
And Grimes keeping the D honest, spacing them out that time from the corner.
1:24 left in the final quarter. Sabonis in the post. Drummond's there, and they get it back. They need this, and he gets the jumper to drop.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the 76ers.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And this is a nice victory for them. It's win number 14 of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for the general.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. Here's the general. Long range from the inbound. Ellis with a rebound.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Down low. Here's Sabonis. Sabonis missing again. And for the 76ers, they're shooting about 47%. A nice number. Three-pointer Embiid. He drops it from range.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
The huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
To the inside. And Sabonis slams it in. So it's Philadelphia now. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the general, and he makes it on the layup.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Pass to Sabonis. To the paint. Monk.
Malik Monk. The assist goes to Sabonis.
Here's the general. The three-pointer off the mark. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Great, but I don't want good game, MP. Going in spring or summer. Then I'm doing all the exercise and outdoor experiences there too. That's like premium level advice. Hey, great. Amy, if you feel obliged, I take this. Put me back in the free for okay, but it has ads. Stay. Enjoy the trip, huh? Yeah, MP.
You let these guys like the bait, and you want to stand there and watch it.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
For my money, an NBA game is just the time.
We have a great team. I like the feeling important.
Game time, let's get it, MP.
Very seriously and quickly.
They might not. Generally, just a good thought. Because you have serious issues. That's what we need. Understood.
Hey, MP. It's your world. We just live it.
Slanson might be the best dunker in all of mascot land, and we want to shout it out with an all-new Slanson basketball giveaway. Every fan in attendance.
And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. The week is starting off right. Monday night. And on paper, Craig, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Lauri Markkanen is out there with the general. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. LaVine inside the three-point line. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
LaVine has a really good knack for when to fire off the catch. Absolutely dangerous offensive play.
Here's the general. To the middle. Pass to Grimes. Beyond the arc. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so LaVine will bring it up now for the Kings. It's a three-point game. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Live by the three, die by the three. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
You know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
And with his mobility, Murray doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time to be effective. His movement and energy alone puts pressure on the defense.
Ellis outside. Pass to Sabonis. Now here's LaVine. Sabonis' screen on Markkanen. LaVine's shot is off. Philadelphia's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
So it's Sacramento. Philadelphia able to drain the three. The shot by Monk is no good. Inside. 76ers moving the ball around. Markkanen a screen on Sabonis. And stolen by Murray. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the general, in his last time out against Sacramento, played superb basketball. He ended up with 26 points and was reliable as ever from distance. Just another of what has been a string of terrific games from him. He's been really rolling, guys.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this level.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And Philadelphia has possession after the Kings pick up 2. There's the lob to Markkanen. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
They put it up, and Markkanen just powers it through.
.122 left here in the first quarter. LaVine feeling it out a bit. From outside the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. This team is on quite a run. They're in the midst of a 14-game winning streak.
Just a fun team to watch when you get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
Now, here's Maxey. Nothing on the board. Kept alive. Here's Tarlock. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so. Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Her passes to the general. Drummond, the screen. Bobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Few players get more dunks than Drummond. He's a center who plays like a traditional center, looking to throw it down every chance he gets.
Here's Sabonis. Fires from deep. A three-pointer is right on target.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers on top. Up. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the 76ers.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Sabonis is out there with Filipowski. And it's Peterson in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Tarlock. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. The Generals got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers. The Kings shooting for the game at 42%. Here's Peterson. Pass to LaRavia. Now Sabonis. 6 to shoot. On deep. It's hauled in by the General. The 76ers leading by 9. George passes to the General. Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
Impressive mobility right there from George. He's fantastic at finding that space off the pick and roll.
And so here's Sacramento. Sabonis, high post. Working on Drummond. Here's LaRavia. Again, the miss by the Kings. Philadelphia's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, you're just out there to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
And let's get an update on Keegan Murray's injury. David, what's the news there?
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with Sacramento's head athletic trainer. He told me that he bruised his rib. He's got a pretty good mark there, and he is really feeling it. It's tough news for the momentum of the team at this stage of the season. That's all we've got from now. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Here's LaRavia, and another 3 for Sacramento.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
To the inside, here's Tarlock, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. The 76ers, number 1.
Points allowed is one of the key indicators for good defensive effort. And this team does a nice job because they force opponents into tough shots. They don't allow easy shots. They're all on the same page. They're aggressive. They're focused. They pay attention to detail. And for 48 minutes, they're going to make their opponents uncomfortable.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
George with the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. It's Ellis on the wing. He's covered by Maxey. And that one, good. Murray's got 6 points.
And he never stops working. Murray keeps the feet moving and just never out of control. Great play there inside.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Ellis kicks to Murray. 55 seconds left in the first half. Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
What a marvelous athlete Levine is, soaring off the ground with ease for the jam, and looks so good floating in the air.
And stolen by Murray. Ellis outside. Here's Filipowski. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Levine finds Murray. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Levine.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It is hey guys, wins and losses, the only thing that matters in the NBA?
Wait, are they the only things that matter in the league?
I care about.
And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the Sacramento Kings. And that concludes.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And you know the General has been really making it happen, guys.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got the General. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. Levine wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And now a developing story in the NBA. Let's now go wide to Shams Charania, who is checking in with the details. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thank you, Kevin. I've just got confirmation that the early season trade the Timberwolves have been pursuing is final. They were searching for a spark plug, so they went out and got Russell Westbrook. The former MVP is still one of the best athletes in this league, but they also acquired Westbrook for his leadership. He's a guy young players still look up to.
Thanks again, Shams, as always. Pass to the General. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range. The General's got the lead up to 14 now for Philadelphia. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings.
And what I love about marketing, he takes care of the basketball. And that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself in the position, and then was able to make the play.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Down low. Outside for Murray. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 4 assists in the game. The 76ers leading by 12. Markkanen passes to the General. Embiid with a screen on Murray. Embiid throws it down.
Outstanding agility in the screen and roll by Joel Embiid. I mean, he's so good at getting out of the screen quickly and getting to the right spot.
The Kings have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. I've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. DA, thank you.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
You all know what time it is. Here comes your number 6 crew award.
Lebowski, he's checked in for Sacramento. Yabusele, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Maxey. Back to Ellis. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Filipowski. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Ellis can't get it to go. The 76ers leading by 14. Here's Schroeder. Misses the 3. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Levine inside the three-point line. Again, the miss by the Kings. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
1:35 left to play in the third. Over to the left wing. Lock at 6. Filipowski. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Pass to the General. 1:16 left in the third. No good from Yabusele.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Up top, Sabonis. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by the General. The General's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. To the paint, Sabonis with the steal. Murray against Schroeder. And that one, good. Murray's got 13.
And, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
The shot and game clock separated by 4, and he jams it with authority.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Ellis outside. Sabonis sets the pick for Ellis. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Philadelphia with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Filipowski's out there with Jones. Then it's Sabonis, and it's LaRavia in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. The Kings trail by 18. Here's Peterson. Pass to LaRavia. Off target from three-point range. And here are the 76ers now. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Sabonis with the steal. Unloads from 13. Jones, no luck. The 76ers leading by 18. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. Sabonis with the steal. Now here's Jones. He's tightly guarded. Got it. Good job in the low post. Jones has got his first points of the night. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Lob pass to George.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pat to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Out to the right wing. LaRavia passes to Filipowski. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to LaRavia. And the 3 off target. The 76ers shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. That one goes. Count it.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Timeout, Kings. And here's Levine, who brings it up for Sacramento. Murray outside. Back to Levine. Screen by Sabonis. That's tipped. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
76ers ball.
The 76ers leading by 20. Here's Tarlock. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Trains the three-pointer.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Here's the general. George with the screen on Murray. Here's Tarlock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Monk dishes to Murray. Sabonis, a screen on Maxey. Ellis can't get it to go.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Popped up there for Embiid.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Sacramento's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Ellis. For 3, Murray. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. The Generals, Philadelphia leading by 23.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for Philadelphia.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
I tell you what, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the General.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
On its way from Monk for 2. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Grimes passes to the General. Monk grabs the board. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Ellis on the wing. He's covered by Maxey. Levine can't hit. Here's the General. Monk defending. Here's Tarlock. Misses from close range. And here is Monk. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly.
Hey, yo, bad play.
MP like an artist who likes working on his craft. Check him out on that glass tonight. You know he been putting in that work.
That's it.
up, MP?
MP. The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
He's about to tear it up.
And the excitement already starting to crescendo, with fans gathering and streaming into the building. A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Here with Grant. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at Philadelphia, and they've got the top spot in the conference, a testament to their hard work all year long. And, of course, there's the Bucks, 6.5 games back.
Well, I think for Milwaukee, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. But they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
From here on out is just about putting in the work. Coming to every game ready to compete and never giving less than your best.
Here's the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard out there with Bruce Brown. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Wiseman. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4. And for the 76ers, we've got Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Grimes in at 2 guard. Well, MP has told us that being an all-star is important to the way he wants to lead his team. And he's made it a goal to show everyone that he deserves that spot.
And so far, he's backing up his talk. You'd be hard-pressed to find a player at his position who's meant more to his team than MP. If he keeps playing at this level, I can't imagine he won't be in the starting 5 on All-Star Weekend.
With a new season underway, what are some areas that are challenging for players to get used to again, Grant?
You know, B.A., I think being on the road again in general, making sure you continue to eat right, get the proper rest, getting into a routine as quickly as possible. That's the most challenging at first.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Pass to the general. Markkanen sets a screen. And the general gets it to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. It's Brown on the wing. Kuzma outside. The rebound by Embiid. The 76ers have gone 1 for 3 so far. With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up. A physical scoring guard, Maxey is at home on the inside.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Lillard. Antetokounmpo, right side. Off target from three-point range.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the general, their last time out against the Kings, was all business. He had 36 points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. A virtuoso performance that will be remembered for a very long time. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Pass to the general from outside the arc. Offensive rebound. 2 points. That one goes.
just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Outside, Brown. Rebound by Philadelphia. It's an understatement to say they're on a roll. They're coming in on a 15-game winning streak.
There's a lot of players who will say they don't take notice of a budding winning streak. But when it's double digits, everyone knows. Winning streaks are a lot harder than people think because every single team wants to be the one to take you down.
Schroeder, he's checked in for the Sixers. Drummond with the screen. The general. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Here's Simpson. His last outing, we saw him score 13. And another miss by Milwaukee.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to the general. Beyond the arc. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. The general's got 6.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Jackson outside. Nance with a screen on Schroeder. Lillard can't get it to go.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One, go try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Here's the general. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Bucks trail by 4. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Simpson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pure from three-point range.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
The general, no good. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 1. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
We've got Lauri Markkanen, and it's McCain in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Pass to Schroeder. And he lobs it up to the rim. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Shot is up. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Oh, man, they were in total control. Really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Here's the general. Off target with the 3.
After nailing 3 trays to start this game, he's gone silent here in the second quarter.
Up top, Nance. Back to Lillard. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you see why he's one of the top scorers in the league. Lillard does it in so many ways.
And the general gets it to go.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Unloads from 13. Oh, great work by Lillard in the paint.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
Pass to the General. Markkanen with a screen on Nance. And the General gets it to go. The General's got 18 points in the game.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
Thanks for joining us. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks in a tight ball game at the end of the half.
At the defensive end, I'm not seeing disruption. I don't mean just forced turnovers. I mean taking the offense out of the rhythm.
And let's move to some recent news. Multiple trades. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's James Wiseman, then it's Bruce Brown, and it's Lillard in at the point. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a three-point play. Philadelphia shooting their second attempt at the line tonight.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Sixers. One shot.
And that one misses. And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Wiseman, pass to Kuzma. Antetokounmpo outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard finds Antetokounmpo. The rebound by Embiid. The Sixers lead by 5. Pass to Grimes. Over Kuzma. And he can't bank that one in. Milwaukee has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. And here is Antetokounmpo. Tries to break his ice. Wow! Giannis taking off!
The incomparable length. I mean, Giannis with those big strides and the reach to finish against anyone.
Markkanen with a screen on Antetokounmpo. The General passes to Grimes. Here's the General. Markkanen with a screen on Antetokounmpo. And there's the lob! Brown with the steal. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist from Brown. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter. Markkanen for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 5 rebounds in the game. Shoots over Maxey. Again, Antetokounmpo missing. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Grimes. Embiid, a screen on Antetokounmpo. He buries it from 3. The General's got 26.
He's just lighting them up in this game. The D's going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
And stolen by Markkanen. Fast break, Philadelphia. Markkanen taking it in strong. Outside Maxey. Over to the left wing. Here's the General. He's got 26. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Bucks. Back to Antetokounmpo. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The Generals got 4 rebounds now. Knocked loose. Pass to McCain. Minute 32 left in the third quarter here. The General passes to George. Blows the alley-oop. Bucks trail by 7. And they're on the break. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he lays it up and in. Antetokounmpo's got 13.
Oh, so physical and quick in transition. I mean, who would you rather have in the open court?
Here's the General. He has 29 now. .105 left in the third quarter. They get the rebound. George. The shot, no good. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Lillard with the ball. He's picked up by Schroeder. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, my goodness!
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And the General gets it to go. The Generals got 32 points in the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on George. Jackson for 3. Connects from downtown.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's the General. Antetokounmpo covering. The General. Here's Drummond. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Drummond's got his second basket on the night.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste. I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Maxey and it's Yabusele in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. The Sixers lead by 3. Pass to McCain. Here's the General. 3-pointer, no good. And the Bucks shooting it at 52%. Now Antetokounmpo. Ooh, Giannis using his length inside.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Here's the General. This one for 3. Hits the 3-pointer. The Generals got 17 points here in the second half.
I mean, no comment, but this is just unreal.
And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
Here's the General. No good on the 3. To tie it up. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Maxey, that's good.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games. And they've made that adjustment since the break.
Vincent outside. Puts up a deep 3. The General pulls it in. The Generals got 5 rebounds in the game. Doubled by Nance. Oh, deflected. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
The Bucks trail by 5. Outside Maxey. Here's the General. Antetokounmpo covering. The General, no good.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
Lillard can't get it to go. Philadelphia leading by 5. Pass to George. Here's the General. The 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. The 76ers making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in, and keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. Coach knows they're losing the 3 battle, and he told the team we need to limit their outside looks, force them to put it on the floor, and make them beat us off the dribble. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Wiseman. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Maxey. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his second.
Damian Lillard picks one up.
And Maxey keeps defenders guessing, which is why they sometimes overcommit like this.
Both free throws good from Maxey.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
On the wing, Kuzma. Can they get it? Some solid defense from Markkanen. Philadelphia leading by 10. Pass to Grimes. Here's the General. Markkanen with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's the General. And he converts the layup. The General's got 40 points.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Minute 32 left in the game. Here's Kuzma. Rebound by Philadelphia. Now the 76ers with it. This run now up to 13-2. Maxey surveys. And the General gets it to go. The General's got 43 points.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the 76ers.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And what a huge performance it was for the General.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
And it's a completely new group for the Bucks. Here's the General, covered by Smith. Pass to the General. There's 38 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter, and he gets that one.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Here's Smith. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Here's the General. They get it again. Lets it go from deep. Oh, connects again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.
All right, you guys, we need to talk about MP for a minute. This guy is blowing up.
Blowing up? Hasn't he always been nice?
Oh, the past means nothing, Russell.
Well, actually, in this context, Jalen, the past does mean a great deal.
In this context, it means a lot, actually.
Okay, if you are saying that someone is blowing up, that means they have not previously blown up, and so they're kinetic in a way. And your entire argument is predicated on knowledge of the past.
Man said kinetic.
You use a lot of big words, Toby, but you don't know ball. This is a what have you done for me lately league, and as my friends in finance say, past performance is not indicative of future results.
What is your point?
My point is nothing is guaranteed in this life. Nothing. So the fact that MP is playing well, this season, like an all-star, is noteworthy.
Well, he's an all-star by every all-in-one metric that you can measure him by.
Don't care.
I mean, he definitely passes the eye test. So metrics plus eye test equals baller.
He destroys the eye test.
What does that mean?
MP is one of the best forwards in the league today. End of story. Shut it down. Show is over.
Jalen, we talked about throwing the mics. Do not throw the mics, please.
I'm the boss. I'll throw any mics I want.
But you won't throw Michael Jordan, though.
There it is.
That's what I'm talking about.
There it is.